Hello everyone, in today's video I am gonna feature this Teemo Sejuani deck here. Now the archetype itself is not really anything new, it's been around for a while, but it does feel like a pretty good option in the current meta, and most of all it's just a very fun deck to play. So the general idea of this deck is to plant a lot of puff caps as early as possible so that it gets a lot easier to level Sejuani if the puff caps go off at the start of every turn. And another huge benefit, another really good interaction is that if a leveled Sejuani is on board, at the start of each turn your opponent's board gets frozen if they draw puff caps, which is going to happen quite a lot. And yeah, the rest of this deck is pretty much just to either implement puff caps like Peddler's Jump Bombs and so on, stuff to protect your value engines like Teemo, Elixir of Iron, Fury of the North should help. It's also, Fury is really good with the overwhelms in this deck. Ruthless Raider is a great option to get another leveling proc onto Sejuani with an overwhelm swing. And yeah, the rest is a bit of draw. Babbling Bjerg in this deck will guarantee a Sejuani draw, which is really good to have. Even if you have a Sejuani on board, it draws a Fury of the North. Super useful card. Very often you'll finish off games with this. And we have a bit of removal, a bit of draw, a few freezes just to stabilize in the early and mid game. And why is this deck coming up again? It has pretty good matchups against most of the Ezreal decks, because while they do have plenty of removal for your Teemo and so on, they do take quite a while to get Ezreal flipped and then finish you off, and they also usually require a lot of draw, which means they will most likely draw through a lot of your puff caps before they are able to finish you off. And another staple deck in the current meta is Deep. Deep tosses a lot of cards until their deck is very thin, and if you can manage to then plant a whole lot of puff caps into their deck while they only have, like 10 cards left in deck, they are guaranteed to take quite a lot of damage on every draw. Also, Deep's not the fastest of decks, and cards like Harsh Winds help a lot to hold off a big attack after Nautilus has been planted. So this is the version I ended up on. It's by no means perfect. Feel free to do any tech changes that you feel comfortable doing. And yeah, I'll show you guys a pretty cool gameplay video from my stream yesterday to see this deck in full effect. Have fun. Give me Teemo. I want Teemo. Damn it. Moin. Moin. Back to the daily grind of research. Yikes. Am I doing today? Pretty well.
I thought you'd never ask.
Like, beaming doesn't even feel good because Swain and Leviathan are also beam targets. Tavern Keeper into beam is kind of troll. Yeah, fuck it. Send it. Yeah, I gotta admit, I did wake up with a bit of a hangover. I met up with some friends for a couple of beers yesterday, but it was pretty epic. It's gonna tank a Ravenous Flock. Oh, cool. Sure. I'm just developing here. I'll take advantage of the tempo swing. Question is, do I open attack or do I pop Sejuani onto the board? Only has 6 mana, so the only real punish would be another Sentry. Björk would still allow me to keep Brittle Steel up. Downside of Sejuani is if he plays Swain, it kind of gets soft punished. I also just like playing the Peddler and going ham here. Peddler would also tap me out of Fury mana. I think I go full greed here. Could I check out this deck? Absolutely. So, Dr. Triceratops, what are you researching right now?
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Or whoops, am I right?
He didn't play any reduced cost card yet, I think. That's one. Oh, that was dumb. Or do I play Björk here? No, thinking of a Björk's probably better than spamming puff caps. He could easily Mystic Shot or Thermo Beam here. I still like Björk more.
Things trapped in the ice.
Nothing a little steel can't do.
Just because the open attack is so juicy. With double Fury, we might even find a finish. Review paper on vocal health for performers. What is vocal health? Like actual vocal cord health, or... Do I do research? Not right now. I'll do a like doctorate, PhD basically, probably in half a year or a year. I'll start. Yeet. Also, what is ENT? Oh, double Mystic would be really good for me. Or that. I could see myself go double Fury here. And go for the puff cap finish. Reason being, this is still going to be very easy to remove for my opponent. And this is kind of impossible to remove. This is going to set Ezreal to 7. That's tight. It's just he would have used the Mystic Shot, I feel like, if he had one. No, not necessarily. What do I like more? This is close. This is very close. Autoluring, okay.
I'm so good, I surprised myself. I thought you'd never ask. I don't miss.
I think I'm going puff caps into Björk. It's actually the first time I'm hearing ONT. It makes ENT. It makes a lot of sense though.
Covered in ice. Oh, you and your stories.
Okay. Pretty sure I'm still open swinging.
Deploying. Artillery barrage.
Damn, he can easily have a guillotine though. Could develop both and still have mana for Fury, but it would allow Swain to stun some of my backline. But Sejuani plays around Guillotine, it's just bad into Arachnoid Sentry.
Bow to no one.
Because I can just Fury Sejuani. It's true. What a smartass. I'll just heal Sejuani back to full.
Who's gonna close up?
You gotta believe me!
Oh, you and your stories.
Nice. That's lethal.
I refuse.
You gotta believe me!
Counterattack!
GG. I'm actually really enjoying playing this deck, and as long as it's only Ezreal decks and deep decks running around, it's not bad. I might even say it's good.